guys, welcome to my channel where I share how to live a happy, healthy, independent life as a quadriplegic. My name's Olivia. So lately I've had a lot of questions that popped up in terms of bladder management. So the next couple videos that I'm going to be doing will be based on that. The one that I'm going to do tonight is basically I'm going to show you what I do to be able to just pee into bed. So if I have to wake up in the middle of the night and have to pee, I can just easily do it in my bed. And I basically used to do this at the very beginning of my injury when I had like a flip and flow valve, or after I had my surgery, my Mitrofanov surgery, just to prevent, like when I wasn't really as strong with my transfers and stuff. So it just helped avoid transferring in the middle of the night and would just like save time. Now I don't really do this when I'm at home, but if I'm ever traveling somewhere and the bed is either too high or too low, I'll use that technique to be able to pee when I'm away. Okay, so let's get started. So before going to bed, I will do my net routine where I usually have a pee, brush my teeth, and wash my face. Then I will come in and make sure that I take what I call my bladder bag with me. So this is my bag with my blender bottles, my wet wipes, catheters, and the gauze to be able to hold the catheter. And usually what I do for the nighttime, I'll have actually two blender bottles, just because in case I have to pee twice during the night, then I have that stuff that's available. So I'll put one on my night table and then put usually the bag on my bed until I transfer, and then I'll open up the covers and we'll set up my soaker pad that I have. So this is just a soaker pad. So at the beginning, when I first got injured, I was always sleeping on this just in case I leak. Then it's easier to kind of clean up, and especially if you're traveling somewhere and you don't have a mattress, you don't have a cover that has like a mattress protector, so you don't end up ruining the mattress that you're sleeping on. So I used to always have this, and this is also gonna be where I'm going to be peeing in case anything leaks. Then it's not that big of a mess the next day to be cleaning up. So once I have transferred on to the soaker pad, I will grab my bladder bag and put it on my chair. That way it has less chance of just like falling off the bed or falling off anything. Like it's just more secure on the chair. So if I need to wake up in the middle of the night, it's easy for me to grab. Then usually I will like take off my pants, which I've already done. So I usually sleep in my underwear and a shirt. So this is just the way I sleep, and it's easier, I guess, for me in the middle of the night if I have to go pee or do anything, that I can do that. So let's say that I'm sleeping and I feel like I have to go pee. So I don't know whether you guys like set an alarm usually, or whether you can actually feel whether you have to go pee. For me, I usually get like minor AD, like I start getting goosebumps and I know that I have to go pee, so it just wakes me up. So anyways, I'll wake up, I'll flip onto my side using my chair. That's usually the way I kind of do it, and then open up the covers. The pillow that's then behind me, I'll bring up and put all the way to the back. So I'm going to use this as a backrest. So once I'm there, I'll transfer back onto where the pillow is. And I guess for me, I usually sleep in my underwear and a t-shirt. But if you are cathing through your urethra, maybe you're not sleeping with anything might be a good idea, so you just don't have to worry about trying to find all this stuff. Then I will usually like cross my legs, and again, if you're cathing from your urethra, this would be a good way to like expose that kind of area. But I do that with my Mitrophen off because it adds stability, but it's also like a place to put the bottle that you're going to be using. And then back in the day when I actually had like a flip and flow valve, yeah, it was just easy to lie the bottle against my legs so it doesn't like end up falling. So once I'm here, I'll grab the bag, my bladder bag that's on my chair. We'll grab all the supplies that I need. So my blender bottle, catheter, and my wet wipes. And you can choose to have like gauze in there as well if you want to be extra clean and to hold the catheter. So now opening up my wet wipes, I usually will grab 2 of them on my knee. This one is going to be the one that I'm going to be holding the catheter with. I guess like 3 of them. Wipe it. And then with one of them, I'll end up like washing my hands. And I'll put all this stuff on the side and then we'll get rid of it once I end up peeing, when I finish peeing. Then I will clean my stoma. If you were going to clean your urethra, this is the way you would do it. Then I would open up the bottle, set it against my leg, usually on the same side that the stoma is. If the stoma is in the middle, wherever it's like the most stable, then we'll open up the catheter. I usually put everything that's gonna be going in the garbage in the same area. Then we'll grab the gauze and grab the gauze in between my index and middle finger. Then, so middle, index and middle finger. We'll bring the catheter as close to the tip as it goes. And then we'll put the catheter into the stoma or into the urethra if you're doing that. And making sure that you don't touch the catheter so you keep it nice and clean. There we go. Bring the bottle a little bit closer. Lean it against my leg. So I can pee. The catheter more in. Then we'll take the gauze out. Then we'll grab the bladder bag, and I'll usually put like all my garbage that's in there. So the extra gauze, catheter in here. You can put the extra gauze, not the extra gauze, the extra wet wipes just on here. So whenever you end up pulling the catheter out, if anything leaks, it can just leak on the gauze. And then the wet wipes, I'll put back everything back in the bladder bag that I'm not going to be using anymore. Then I can grab the extra bottle that's on the night table. Make sure that it's closed. Put it in the bladder bag. So whenever, if I have to pee it another time during the night, it's ready to go. And then I can put this back on my chair. And then waiting to finish peeing. Then once I'm all done, again, make sure that you light the bottle against your leg, pulling it out, having the wet wipes just underneath, so if it leaks, it doesn't leak all over your underwear. And usually I'll put it in between my middle and index finger and pull it out that way. Bring it out, fold the catheter in half, and put it inside the bottle. Then I'll close the bottle, and we'll set the bottle on the night table for whenever in the morning when I wake up, and wipe the stoma. So whenever in the morning when I wake up, I can just go and empty my bladder. Then we'll grab the gauze, put it back in the bag so I can empty it tomorrow once I get up. So then I'll set myself back up while uncrossing my legs, move back down into the bed, and get ready to get back to bed. And there you go. This is basically how I would go pee in the middle of the night if I was out and about somewhere and I wasn't able to transfer back onto my chair, or how I did it when I first got injured because my transfers weren't exactly the strongest. So if you think anybody would benefit from something like this, please share it with them. And thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time. Ciao, ciao.